Good morning, all.
Morning.
Thank you all for coming today and joining us at Home Plate at Santander Stadium. It's a great day to be here, great day in York. After the winter we had, it's nice to have some warm weather. The sun is shining even. We have had our spring showers, getting more today, and York is looking beautiful. Thank you again. Today we are together to make an exciting announcement for our York community. Thank you to the York Revolution for hosting us today. We appreciate it very, very much. Today I'm excited to make this announcement. It is particularly exciting as it continues to reinforce that our community has persevered through this very difficult worldwide recession and is making its way forward. It may feel like a slow trek from time to time, but have no doubt, we are better off today than we were a few years ago. Heck, I believe our real estate community would likely concur that we're better off today than we were a few months ago. These past few years and this past winter was certainly tough on our real estate community, but it is spring, home buying season is upon us, and as I talk to local realtors and read my trusty quarterly report from REAC, there are signs that the market is indeed improving, that people are interested in purchasing, and that people are looking and investing. In recent years, our city has collaborated with many to enhance our community's curb appeal, our residential product, and the urban amenities such as a walkability and bikeability and unique retail options you find in our city. Together, we have accomplished transformative public-private projects such as the Old Town East and Salem Square revitalization projects, both of our Codo apartment complexes, Monarch Mills, the Gable Flats, Linden Lofts, Ribbon Lofts, 3 Bring on Play park rebuilds, Think Loud, Royal Square, homes at Thaxton Park, and George Street Commons. We have improved our curb appeal by attacking blighted properties and by cleaning and greening our city streets. Our historic markets are doing better than ever. Our retail options are unique and bustling. Our Revs are off to another great season. Our Strand Capital boasts legendary performances. And just yesterday, our city was designated as a bike-friendly community by the League of American Bicyclists. All of this comports with a national Back to the City phenomenon. In fact, our community foundation tonight will host Brookings Institution fellow Chris Lineberger, who I am certain will echo the national trend of authentic cities as a destination for hipsters, spinsters, baby boomers, and all the diverse people that make our urban community and areas eclectic and energetic. This all reinforces that we need to continue our collective community effort to reintroduce York to an entirely new population and generation. We are all here today to celebrate the quality of place and livability of our York City. Here we are in the middle of May, less than 36 hours from what will undoubtedly be another successful York Young Professionals City Home Tour. Frankly, after all the great work done by YYP and REAC annually, I think this week we might want to think about a week-long festivities in the future to promote Live in York Week. So to help reinforce that healthy home ownership leads to stronger and safer communities, the City of York has proudly offered a first-time home buyer program. In partnership with the County of York that offers a similar program, REAC and the Community Progress Council, our city offers down payment, closing costs, and home buying assistance to first-time home buyers. Data continues to tell us that home buying stabilizes and improves neighborhoods, but we also know that the purchase of a home continues to be a significant milestone in any individual's own American dream. Whether it is a recent graduate, a young professional, a first-generation American citizen, an immigrant, or an employee. In the recent past, employers such as York College of Pennsylvania and WellSpan Health have partnered with the City of York to offer complimentary companion home buyer programs. Today, with the fun, ever-popular YYP home tour upon us, with the excitement of spring home buying and shopping season, I am delighted, excited, and proud to announce a new partnership with the York Revolution. So it is my pleasure to introduce my friend, the president of the York Revolution, Eric Menzer.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to depart from the script just for a second to say thank you to our county commissioners and the mayor and our state representative and a member of City Council for all being here together for this event, because I don't take it for granted, and none of us should, that we have that kind of cooperation and collaboration in our downtown and in our city between different levels of government and people in different parties. I'm personally very gratified that we have that kind of commitment and partnership, and so thank you to all of those folks for being here. Good morning and thanks for coming, and Mayor, thanks for those comments. I couldn't agree more. Here at the Revolution, we have a special opportunity. We are an employer who hires a great number of young interns and full-time employees on a regular basis. And we get to be part of keeping and bringing talented folks here or into York when they enter the workforce and start planning their future. And there's really three situations in which we hire people. We hire York natives who went off to college, and we can bring them home and give them their first job. We hire people from all over the country who come here to attend York College, Penn State York, or another school. And in fact, we have our own chapter of the York College Alumni Association practically back in the office. And we have people working in sports and other hospitality businesses who we can lure away to come work for us and advance their career path. And there's one thing in common between all those situations. Beyond what I want them to do for our business, I want them to become enthusiastic contributors to the York community. And they can do that in a couple of ways. One is easy. They can become customers of downtown businesses, eat in our restaurants. I'm even okay if they head out to the suburbs, as long as they spend a little money in York. Many of them already do this as downtown renters because they live where they can walk to work, and they're very active downtown consumers. This matters because studies show that a downtown resident spends on average 8 times more in a downtown over the course of a year than a 9-to-5 office worker. These folks can also volunteer their time on hundreds of downtown and community causes and organizations, whether that's as simple as participating in Adopt-A-Block or a walkathon to raise money, or singing in a church choir, serving on a board of a nonprofit organization like YYP and many others. And these things matter to us here at the York Revolution for a couple of reasons. First of all, because we are the essence of a local business. It says York in our name and on our jerseys. Our success as a business is tied closely to the success of this entire county. Not only do we rely on Yorkers having money in their pockets and a desire for great family entertainment, but we also rely on the support of many of those nonprofits to build a great community for all of us to live in. Second, when it comes to downtown and the city of York, we rely on a prosperous and improving environment because we aren't going anywhere. We will be here on the north side of downtown, whether the city and downtown are successful or not. So it's extremely important to us that those areas are successful and that they continue to improve. In that regard, let me be really clear. I've been in York now for 27 years, and in that 27 years, there has never been a better time to be a business in downtown York. On top of all those things I just mentioned, there's one more thing that my employees can do, and that is to make a long-term commitment to be part of this community, and specifically to be part of this city by choosing to live and eventually buy a home here. I made that decision 27 years ago. When Kendall and I moved here, we rented an apartment in downtown York. We bought a house on West Philadelphia Street 6 months later, and we never looked back. And Lord knows that the city of York does face financial challenges as a government, just like many other cities. We all know that our school district is challenged every day, financially and otherwise. But those things are not challenges to flee, they are challenges to embrace. And I can confidently say that the quality of life and the quality of home that my wife and I have enjoyed as city homeowners are second to none. I've never had a second thought about being a proud resident of the city of York. And that's the same kind of feeling about this community and city that I dream that my employees will find. And we're willing to help to invest to help them do so. That's why today we're announcing that we're becoming the newest city business to participate in the city's home ownership incentive program and challenging other businesses to do the same. Effective immediately, we're offering our employees who buy a house in the city of York a grant for 15% of their purchase price up to $10,000. This is in addition to a number of other programs available for first-time homebuyers, which most of my employees who buy homes would likely be eligible for given the nature of our workforce. I hope other city employers will join me in offering this incentive to their employees. Not only are there specific benefits for neighborhoods and for the city as a whole, but I can think of no better way to give our city and its leaders the vote of confidence they deserve. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Paula Musselman to speak on behalf of the Realtors Association of York and Adams County. Paula is a 24-year realtor and carries the city-savvy Realtor designation. Paula?
Good morning. I'm Paula Musselman, President of the 900-member Association of York and Adams County. I am absolutely thrilled to be here today to celebrate and congratulate York Revolution and their commitment to homeownership in York City. As a realtor, I see the power and impact that becoming a homeowner has on individuals and on our community. I see the joy in buyers' eyes when they're handed their keys, but I can also see the frustration when buyers are very anxious to purchase a home and they don't have the means to do so. Some struggle with closing costs and wonder how they're going to find the necessary down payment to purchase a home. That's why the York Revolution's Employer-Assisted Housing Program is so important. This program can open a new chapter and make a world of difference in employees' lives. At the heart of an employee-assisted program is the idea that employees should be able to afford to live in the city in which they work. This also ties in beautifully with Mayor Bracey's goal to increase homeownership rates in our amazing city. Studies have shown the higher homeownership rates correspond with greater neighborhood stability. The Employer-Assisted Housing Program is obviously a great benefit to the employees, but it also benefits the employer. The program has proven to show that you will have better retention, reduce training costs, and increase employee loyalty. This is truly a win-win-win for the Revolution and the employees of the City of York. I'd like to personally congratulate Eric Metzer and the York Revolution for taking the lead in providing homeownership opportunities for their employees. I would also challenge other employers in the community to join York Revolution, as well as WellSpan and York College, in providing this valuable program within their organization. Thank you so very much for having RAYAC here today as a part of this, and I wish nothing but the best for the York Revolution employees as they pursue their homeownership dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you to York Revolution. I mean, that is absolutely huge. We are so delighted that you've joined this partnership with the City of York, and $10,000, that is awesome. Thank you so very much. We are honored that you have done so. Thank you to all of our partners that are here with us. Eric mentioned our elected officials that are here with us. They, too, believe in city home ownership and are part of this project with us. Representative Shriver, while working with me as the Economic Community Development Director, led this program in so many fashions and areas, brought York College and WellSpan along, so I'm honored that he is here with us today too, seeing your work continue to grow here in York. Thank you so very much. Britta Schwab is the York Young Professionals Board Chair, who has a couple of comments to offer as well. Thank you, Britta.
As the board president of the York Young Professionals, I get to interact with many individuals coming to our community, either as new graduates, as newly hired employees, or as people that are looking to make York a better place to live, work, and play. I am happy to be able to thank the York Revolution and the Homebuyers assistance programs that are strong in our community, because it really encourages people to come to York and to stay here. We want our talent base to be in York. We want them to support our community, and we want to prevent something that we call brain drain, which is when professionals come to an area and then leave, whether it be for college or for different job opportunities. But we know that York County and York City are full of wonderful opportunities for young professionals to advance themselves, to build homes, strengthen our community, and perhaps have families in our community. So I'm very proud to offer opportunities to the community to encourage home ownership and home purchasing options, which, as we all know, can be expensive and a very scary process, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. The York Young Professionals is very supportive of individuals purchasing homes in York City. We think it's a great idea, and we also find it so important that we like to highlight city living. We have an event coming up tomorrow night, which we are highlighting, the York City Living Home Tour. It's its 15th annual event. We would like to invite anyone interested in coming to come out tomorrow night. More information can be found on our website. And if you have any questions, certainly we can be contacted. Again, I just want to thank the York Revolution for making this step to encourage their employees to have first-time home ownership opportunities in York City. And I'm very excited to see the opportunities that will come from that. Thank you.
Thank you, Britta, and thank you for your leadership and the continued efforts with the homeownership tour as well, too. So thank you. It should be exciting. We, again, as I mentioned, have our county commissioners with us, all three of them, and we're excited about that and our partnership with them as well. They offer a first-time home buyer program, too. Neither want to speak this morning, so we will move right into having the senior advisor of the York Young Professionals come forward, City Councilman Henry Nixon, for closing comments.
Oh, and I am senior. 44 years ago actually, my wife and I moved here to York, into the city, and have never left. Now, the Revolutions haven't been here quite that long, but their moving here and establishing their residence in this city has been transformational. And I have to add that this offer that you heard Eric Benzer make on behalf of the Revolutions will be even more transformational to our city. So, thank you to the Revs. Thank you to all of the folks who have been involved in city residency and in support of the city. Go Revs!
All right. Good job.